Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to a video that is the Cavalier Cheat Sheet August 2021. Now, as a lot of you know, well, a lot of you know, I wouldn't say that. Maybe you don't know. Like, yeah, I haven't got this like out sharpish, but there's a lot of content to go over in any given month, including a lot of the kind of grind guides and stuff, especially in a month where there's a lot of objective-based grinding things to do. And the Cavalier Difficulty this month is no exception, with its trickery, tomfoolery, weird kind of like bosses. If you don't know already, I have done a kind of like boss battles, kind of like options, and some very small amount of path recommendations. But as a lot of you know, as a lot of people put in the comment section, there is a lot more champions of various different classes, or the specific type of classes in this type of thing, that we could be choosing. And as per usual, a new month means a new Cavalier cheat sheet delivered for you, which I should put a link in the description to the Discord where I usually put this, and as well on a hopefully Google Drive. Hopefully I found the time to put it on a Google Drive thing, just so that people can grab it if they want. And by the way, it's specific for the month of August, as you know, we've got to do it on a monthly basis because Kabam do be changing those nodes quite frequently. Now, Kabam this month have gone back to May, but also some other nodes from various months. See, honestly, it's so weird. Like, there's different kind of rhyme or reasons. Like each month, yes, Kabam is spicing up by saying, hey, you know, in May when you grinded up those Cavalier nodes, yeah, they'll make a return back in August, because Kabam do be doing them at the end of the day. So the various different things that we've got is indeed specific to May, and all the information is on screen right now. But that's not what I want to give you when it comes to information on what we're going to be going over. But it's all relevant, it's all relative, and you can go to the link in the description, or as I said, like click to grab the spreadsheet. But I'll be going over like some of the like key options, decent champions, some buff champions as well that are quite good for this. So let's do it. What I've done with this month's cheat sheet is I've decided to put it as the different type of respective type of missions in order. So like it starts with 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, 2.3, 2.2, 3.1, 3.2. You know, just to make it a little bit easier, and also it is in order of the various different quests, so hopefully helps out many people. So to begin with, when it comes to science, or the science quest side of things, this one is all about champions that have certain debuffs: power sting, slow, and weakness. I personally have had great joy with using Cap Infinity War with science champions, which gives the weakness debuff, and the same thing can be said for various others. She-Hulk and Mr. Fantastic with power sting, and as well, I think there's something within that does the petrify, and also slow with heavy attack. There is a load going on there for She-Hulk, but that's not the be-all and end-all, because there are other options that you could be taking into consideration. Have you considered Guardian? They're slow off the SP1. Have you considered Spider-Gwen with a heavy attack? Have you even considered Wasp with a power sting, Spider-Ham with a power sting, Human Torch with a power sting, Void with a weakness debuff, Immortal Abomination weakness debuff? You know, there's loads of options available depending on synergies, and as well depending on interaction. And personally, as I said, like my favorites were using She-Hulk and using Mr. Fantastic, especially to kind of get that power sting. But I think the Mr. Fantastic synergy applies for all science champions. So it kind of like Mr. Fantastic, even himself, Mr. Fantastic can be used to put a petrified debuff based on his starting out abilities. So that's really good as well. And I think as well, like, you know, because he's got petrify, and I think he's got like suppression or something. That could be for the debuff, but still, he's relevant and pretty good to use. On to skill now, which is every 5 critical hits, a skill attacker lands a purify or non-damaging debuff on them. They're able to kind of like rotate around. I've got to be honest, I don't really enjoy this particular one. I think it's just boring. So I kind of opt for champions that do the shrug off of debuff effects. You can go the crit way and have crits be the thing that kind of like helps towards the shrugging off of debuffs, especially with some of the various debuffs that come on you, which is the accident prone. But yeah, crit champions, yeah, you've got Black Widow, Deadly Origin, there's crit, Falcon, Black Panther, which also shrugs off of those pesky debuffs. Stealth Suit Spidey, Shang-Chi, Elsa Bloodstone, Ronin, Aegon, and Daredevil Hell's Kitchen. Now, as I said, there are other options which I do like having. I do be liking other options. Those other options that I absolutely love. My personal favourites are Crossbones, Jabari Panther, and OG Black Panther, because the shrugging off of those debuff effects builds the Fury passive, then builds the damage. It's easy. But also you've got immunities and shrugging off effects with the likes of Mole Man, Kingpin, and Kingpin's a very good champion to use, Hitmonkey, Nick Fury, and Korg all play into that narrative of that particular interaction immunity and shrug offs or purify, whatever you want to call it. But still, those are some really kind of good options for that. Now over to Mystics. Mystics are in 2.1 and it's Mystic Consumption Personal Space. Essentially any champion that has a stagger debuff or as well as able to nullify, remove it or interact with it is able to build a prowess. For this, there are a whole plethora of champions you could choose from. Anything that throws a stagger. You got your Sasquatches, you got your Mangogs, you got your Doctor Doom, Sorcerer Supremes, Black Widow Clairvoyance, you got your Symbiote Supremes. My god, the list is endless with interactions that could be applicable for this. And yeah, as I said, like go and check out the cheat sheet for a full breakdown of the various mystics. So yeah, just go and nullify something or stagger something or fate seal something, and let's face it, you're going to be getting some nice prowess and smashing off a good amount of damage for your troubles. So quick rotation around champions that throw special attacks is actually going to be pretty handy, especially for that. Now on to Cosmic. So Cosmic's in 2.2, Celestial Vision. Each time the Cosmic attacker lands on attack, they have a 10% chance for each unique buff to gain a Vigilance buff, preventing attacks from missing for 5 seconds. If the attack has a True Strike, True Sense, True Accuracy buff, this Vigilance buff lasts for additional 5 seconds. And then we've got every 10 hits in the attacker, they get the Falter passive. But here's the key thing: each time the defender misses an effect or prevented, the Cosmic attacker gains an Indefinite Fury passive. So champions that have True Strike, Vigilance, True Strike, True Sense and True Accuracy buffs are going to be very good ones. Not to say that they are the be-all and end-all champions, but still they are very, 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 very effective. If you're looking for buff creation, Odin, you got Venom, you got a whole host of champions, and that's the mixture between True Strike champions, True Sense champions, and True Accuracy. And it's just remembering what has what, because I think Proxima Midnight has True Accuracy, but I think also Corvus has True Accuracy. But he can get True Strike if he's paired up with Proxima Midnight. They're kind of like a beautiful double act with this and can be very helpful. True Strike with Venom, Hyperion's buff creation champion, parry heavy, you know. Black Bolt with Hitmonkey, buff creation, tasty as anything. Angela, Medusa, especially better with that that Black Bolt synergy for the Inhuman Royal Family. Or I think it's like lovers or whatever they are. Super Skrull, Captain Marvel movie with buff creation, Venom the Duck, Red Skull with True Sense, Red Goblin with True Sense. There's a typo there. I will change that. King Groot, Silver Surfer, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Hela, Annihilus, Heimdall, and Cull Obsidian. Loads of different champions available, lots of different options. 3.1 sees Mutants, Healing Factor, and Relentless Mutation. Each hit in the special attack of an attacking mutant champion has a 30% chance to grant them a passive regeneration, healing 2% of their base health over 10 seconds. The chance is increased by 70% if the attacker has a prowess buff. There's some really good champions against this, which I absolutely love. One I'm going to do a separate video on. Relentless Mutation, though, is the interaction with that, which is mutant attackers gain an Indefinite Fury, passive Fury, increasing attack rating every time they gain a regeneration buff or passive. So essentially, it's like saying, okay, throw a special attack, then you get this, and then if you got the prowess, it kind of like gives a better chance of it, and then yeah, that's how you get it. It's like it's really good, but there are some champions that interact very nicely with it. Prowess mutants being the best, but there are some other options, say some regeners, which help out as well. So first of all, prowess side of things. Jubilee with prowess, APOC with prowess, Professor X with prowess, Gambit with prowess, easy rotations around heavy attacks and charging. Magneto, I put there just, he's good, because you might have hashtag metal on the line that you got at the path. Mr. Sinister gets prowess, Bishop gets prowess, that's a great champion by the way. House of X, Magneto gets prowess, Storm Pyramid X prowess, Emma Frost prowess, and there's so many more. There's also some regen options that you could go for, which, you know, Mr. Sinister, X-23, Wolverine, Cable gets regeneration, but very good with APOC. Old Man Logan goes great with the Sabretooth synergy, by the way, and Sabretooth on his own. I think there's also a synergy that helps out Sabretooth, but I think that's more of a modern one. But yeah, some great options there to take down. And now on to the final node, which is Tech 3.2, High Voltage. Each time attacker inflicts power drain, burn or lock on the defender, inflict a shock passive. Very, very important, because because of shocking revelation each time the defender is inflicted with a shock effect, or when the champion uses a special attack while the defender is suffering from a shock effect. Tech attackers gain an indefinite fury passive. Great. So you are definitely stocking up the damage, doing more damage, but at the end of the defender's special attack, they gain an unblockable passive lasting 8 seconds if the ability does not trigger while the defender is suffering from shock. So you need shock to be on to get your fury passive, but also if you don't have shock on, the enemy gets unblockable. Watch out for that. There are some champions that rotate very easily around the medium of getting shock. So Warlock with the SP1, Iron Man Infinity War with the SP1, Psycho Man with the SP1, Darkhawk with the SP1. My personal favourite, Hulkbuster with heavy attack, Sentinel, Spider-Man Stark Enhanced with the various different ones. I think Sentinel is actually a really good option for this. It's one of the best. Red Skull and Howard the Duck, SP2, but not a massive fan of that. Guardian does get it, I think, off the SP2, but if you do a heavy attack, which I think is the Alpha Flight synergy with Sasquatch, beautiful. Use it. If you've got a Guardian, and I really want a 5-star one, I will be bringing it up just to like have these kind of fun little interactions and do a consistent shock, which is one of the best. Nebula, that's another option as well. And you can go down the route of the Power Drain, Burn, and Power Steal avenue by having Vision with his special attacks, which is a good option. Guillotine 2099, which is a good option with a pre-fight, setting up something to do some power control. Civil Warriors SP2, Mysterio's special attacks, which actually isn't too bad, by the way. Look out for a synergy with Penny Parker coming soon, which I am really interested to try. And then you've got Kang with these special attacks, Star-Lord with his specials, Vulture, and Doc Ock Unawakened, I think that is. And that concludes the August edition of the Cavalier Cheat Sheet. Sorry I couldn't get this out within 24 hours, 48 hours, even 72 hours of the event going live. But I think 1 week after is still pretty good because you still got 3 more weeks to do it if you haven't considered doing Cavalier Difficulty. But yeah, like it's all fun, it's all games, and hope you enjoyed this video. And there we go, that has been a Cavalier Cheat Sheet guide. Hope you enjoyed it. Please check out the links for it in the description. Over on the Discord, over on Google Drive, if I've put it there, like Google Links and whatever. This should be my final grind guide about this month or these kind of events that are currently on at the moment. But I should be doing a Legends celebration guide towards the end part of this month, and then that I think will be it. I want to get back to like writing and preparing some stuff for September because I want to get back to the grind guides, which is something I'm going to talk about I think at the weekend, and my plan for the channel and kind of like going back to do things like redoing all the guides. But enough of that, and I'll be talking about that at the weekend. Appreciate you very much for supporting the channel. Have a good one, whatever you're doing. Make sure as well to check out some content recently posted on screen right now, and I'll see you all very soon. Have a good one. Bye-bye.